If your child is about to walk into high school or just did, and you are holding your breath, wondering if they are going to be okay, this video is for you because this transition is real. It is big. Nobody talks about it enough. Now, high school is a lot for any teenager. For an autistic student, it can feel like someone that turned up the volume on everything all at once. More teachers, more students, more noise, more expectations, less hand holding, less familiarity, a schedule that changes every single period. Today, I want to walk you through what parents can actually do to help their child navigate this transition before it happens, during it, and when the hard moments come. Because they will come, it's okay. If you're watching this right now, school is it's already decided. Maybe your child is going to your local high school. Maybe you chose a private school or a specialized program. Either way, the decision is made. Summer is coming. I want you to know that you are right on time. This is actually the perfect window. You have the summer, and the summer before high school is one of the most valuable preparation tools that you have. Now, if you are still deciding, you are not behind either. Here is a few things that you can consider as you make that choice. I want you to know your options. Your child has the right to a free and appropriate public education at your local high school with the supports that are outlined in their IEP. That is always on the table. Depending on your state and district, there may also be some specialized programs, charter schools, or private placements that could be a better fit. You don't have to default to the closest building if it isn't the right environment for your child. Ask the right questions before you decide. When visiting any school, public or private, ask specifically about their experience with autistic students. How many students with IEPs do they serve? What does their special education department look like? How do the general education teachers and special education staff collaborate and work together? These answers will tell you a lot about whether this is a place that will truly support your child. Trust what you know about your child. You know whether they will thrive in a smaller, more structured environment or whether they can navigate a larger setting with the right supports in place. Let that knowledge lead you. No school is perfect. The right school is the one where your child will be seen, supported, and they will be given the chance to grow. Here is how you can use your summer well to start building that familiarity. I want you to visit the school before the first day, more than once if you can. Walk the hallways, find the lockers, identify the bathrooms, the cafeteria, the quiet spaces. For an autistic student, the unknown is often the hardest part. Familiarity before day one may help to remove a lot of anxiety before that first bell ever rings. I want you to request a transition meeting with the new school. Don't wait for them to come to you. Call the special education coordinator, case manager, or whomever is in charge of that department at the new school this summer or right before school lets out, and introduce yourself. Ask what the transition process looks like and how your child's IEP will be reviewed and updated for the new environment. Ask who your point of contact will be. That one phone call signals that you are an engaged, informed parent, and it sets the tone for the relationship before the school year even begins. Now, I want you to talk to your child about what's coming. Be honest at their level. Don't minimize it. Don't oversell it. Just be honest. Let them know this is going to be different. It's going to be an adjustment. We are going to figure it out together. Let them ask questions and let them sit with that uncertainty. Let them know that you are not going anywhere, that you will be there for you. Now, high school introduces a level of logistical complexity that can overwhelm an autistic student. When a student is overwhelmed by the logistics, academics can suffer as well. Now, let's look at changing classes. For a student that is coming from an elementary or smaller school environment, moving from class to class every 45 to 90 minutes is a significant shift. Practice it, map it out, create a visual schedule that they can carry with them. Know the route from every class to the next before the first day. I think about my own son finishing up his first year of high school now. He came from a small school that was specifically designed for students with learning differences, a place that knew him. They prepared him well. Walking into a building with triple the number of students. Now, that the sheer size of it, the noise, the pace, the adjustment was real, and it did take some time. Now, managing multiple teachers. In elementary school, there may be one primary teacher or two who knows your child deeply. In high school, there's 6, 7, 8. Work with your child on how to communicate their needs to each one. Practice what to say when they are confused, overwhelmed, or need more time. That self-advocacy muscle is one of the most important things they will build in high school. If they are having a hard time advocating, you should help them along the way. Now let's look at the unstructured time. Lunch, passing periods, free periods. They're often the hardest moments for autistic students because there's no clear structure or expectation. Identify with your child where they can go when they need to reset. Is there a resource room, a counselor's office, a quiet corner of the library? Having a plan for the hard moments before they even happen is everything. Now, one of the most important things a parent can do during this transition is to make sure the right people at their new school actually knows them, not just their diagnosis, not just their IEP, who they are. Introduce yourself early. Don't wait for back to school night. Reach out to the special education coordinator or case manager. Share some context. Share your child's strengths, their interests, their triggers, and what helps them regulate. That information will change how a teacher show up for them. Now, let's make sure the IEP travels with them. Every accommodation your child had in middle school needs to be reviewed and updated for the high school environment. Extended time looks different when they're 7 classes. A quiet testing environment is harder to arrange in a larger building. Push for specificity in the IEP so there is no ambiguity about what your child is entitled to. Now, it is important to identify one trusted adult in the building. Every autistic student needs someone at school that they can go to when things feel like it is just too much. A counselor, a resource teacher, a dean, a coach. It doesn't matter the title. What matters is that your child knows who that person is and feels safe when with them before they have ever needed them. Now, here's the part that nobody warns you about. The transition will not be linear. There will be good weeks and hard weeks. There will be days your child comes home completely depleted. There will be moments where you wonder if you even made the right decision. Now, I want you to hear this. That does not mean it isn't working. It means it's hard. And hard is not the same as wrong. Now, my son, when he was adjusting to his first year of high school, which we're at the end of, was a building that was so much bigger and louder than anything he had known before. There were hard days that required patience and recalibration from the both of us. What got us through was staying connected, checking in, without interrogating, asking, what was one okay thing today? Instead of, how was school? Because how was school for any overwhelmed teenager almost gets you a one word answer. Now, for parents, regulate yourself first. Your child is going to take on emotional cues from you. If you are anxious about the transition, they are going to feel it. Now, you are allowed to have these feelings. Find a safe place to process them, and it's not in front of your child. It isn't in your child's lap. Now, for your child, let's celebrate those small wins loudly. They made it through the whole day. They found the classroom without getting lost. They talked to one person at lunch. These are not small things, these are enormous things. Treat them that way. High school is not just about surviving ninth grade, it is about building towards something. Start thinking early, even in freshman year, about what your child's path looks like. That is a conversation hopefully you and your child can have together. Is college a goal? Vocational training? Supported employment? Independent living? The IEP should begin to reflect those long-term goals, and the transition plan that is required at age 16 and in many states earlier should be a living, breathing document that actually connects to your child's future. Ask at every IEP meeting, how does this goal connect to where we want my child to be at 21? If nobody can answer that question, it needs to be asked louder. You're not just planning for high school, you are planting seeds for the rest of their life. You get to be a part of that planting. The high school transition is one of the hardest and one of the most important moments in an autistic student's educational journey. It will stretch your child. It will stretch you. It will show both of you things you didn't know were possible. Give it time. Build the team. Stay connected. Celebrate the small wins. I want you to remember, you have been advocating for this child since the beginning. High school is just the next chapter. You are ready for it. If this resonated with you, share with a parent who is about to walk through this transition. Drop your story in the comments. Where is your child in this journey? I would love to hear from you. Now, don't forget to subscribe for more IEP tips and special education support every week. As always, I'll see you in the next one.